So hi everyone, welcome to another class. Today we're going to be working with TheraBands. So hopefully you've got one at home. If not, probably not the class for you to do. So the TheraBands, they come in different strengths. I've got quite a strong one here. Depending on what you're using it for, if you're doing arm work, you want a stronger one. Other exercises call for something a bit lighter, but I'm going to work with a black one for today. So we're going to start just with our feet hip distance apart. We're going to begin with a couple of roll downs. So it's a good chance for you to just see how your body is feeling at the start of the class. We'll do these again at the end so you can see how different your body feels between the beginning and end of the class. So take a breath in at the top. You want to draw your belly into your spine, lengthen towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. On the exhale, nod the chin to the chest and then roll down one vertebra at a time. Come down as far as you can, and then you're going to soften your knees. Have a little bit of a shake at the bottom. Take an inhale. As you exhale, roll the spine back up, one vertebra at a time, till you're back up to standing. Take an inhale and grow tall. On the exhale, chin to chest, roll down through the spine. Softening the knees, making sure there's no tension through the upper body. Take an inhale, exhale, restack, roll back up, one vertebra at a time, till you're back up to standing. One more here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softening around the shoulders, look towards the belly button, roll down, one vertebra at a time. And then this time you're going to take the outside of the left ankle with the right hand, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Gently pull on that ankle, find a bit of rotation in your spine, and then come through the centre, change sides. So take the outside of the right ankle with the left hand, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, find that rotation, gently pull on your ankle. Good, come back down to the centre, take an inhale, then as you exhale, restack your spine, one vertebra at a time, till you're back up to standing. So we're going to then take our bands to begin. Starting with your bands at shoulder height and shoulder distance. So as we come into these arm exercises, you do need to make sure you don't bend at the wrists, either up or down or in. Make sure that your wrists stay nice and straight, your knuckles stay facing forward. Now just start here, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, and then allow the shoulders to soften. Find space between your ears and your shoulders. And then from here, take an inhale. As you exhale, stretch the band out in both directions, keeping those wrists straight. Inhale as you release. Exhale as you stretch. Inhale to release. Good. Exhale, stretch the band out. Inhale, release. Shoulders stay soft. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, release. Stretching out. And make sure that you control it on the way back in as well. Stretch and release. Let's do 4 more of these. Stretch out and release. Last 3. Good. We've got 2 more here. Stretch out and release. Good. Last one. Stretch and release. Good. So you can just roll the shoulders here a couple of times if you need to. And then from here, we're going to actually open the band up, step on the band, so with your feet hip distance apart, and you're going to grab hold of the band. So again, this one will depend on how strong your band is. The closer you grab the band to your feet, the more work you are going to get through your arms and your biceps. So these are like little bicep curls. Stay tall through the spine, keep the belly drawing in. Take an inhale, elbows tuck into the waist. On the exhale, you just bend the elbows, bring the hands up towards the shoulders, control it on the way back down as you inhale. Exhale, bend, inhale, release. Exhale, bend, Inhale, release. So keep that movement going here, bending and controlling back down. You want to make sure that your wrists stay straight. So remember, we're not bending at the wrists. Wrists stay nice and straight. Palms are facing each other. And you also want to make sure with this one that you don't start to pull the elbows behind you. Keep the elbows tucked into the waist. Bend and control it down. We're going to do 4 more. Bend and release. Last 3. Good. We've got 2 more. Bend and release. Last one. Bend and release. Good. We're going to step off the band. Roll the shoulders out if you need to. And then this time we're going to add some triceps in. So you're going to take the band in your right hand, grab the band around about your pelvis or your lower back, depending on your rotation in your shoulder. So you might only be able to grab it lower down at the pelvis, wherever you can. You want to keep the band in line with the spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, stretch the band in both directions. Inhale as you release. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, release. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, release. So again, making sure that your wrists stay straight. Your knuckles should be pointing towards the ceiling and down towards your heels. On the way back in, make sure you control after you've stretched, make sure you control the release. Keep your elbows wide. Let's do 4 more on this side. Stretch. Control it back in. 3. Control. Last 2. Control it in. And last one, stretch it out. Release. Good. Roll the shoulders out. And we're going to change sides. So this time it is your left hand at head height. Right hand grabs the band around about your lower back. Take a breath in. On the breath out, stretch the band in both directions. Control it as you release. Good. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, release. Elbows wide. Stretch and release. Remember, we're keeping the wrists nice and straight. We are strong through the wrists. Make sure that your knuckles point towards the ceiling and down towards your heels. You are stretching the band in both directions. And release. Let's do 4 more. 4. And release. Last 3. Good. 2 more. Stretch it out. And release. Last one. Stretch. Elbows wide as you release. Good. And then from here, just roll the shoulders a couple of times in each direction. And then from here, we're going to come down onto all 4s. So like we did at the beginning with a roll down, take an inhale. As you exhale, look towards the belly button. Roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Find the mat, walk your hands out and come down onto all 4s. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. So we're going to just pop the band down for now. And let's go with the opposite arm and leg. So we'll start with the right arm and the left leg out to the end of the mat. Lift the arm and the leg up. Find space between your right shoulder and your right ear and make sure that you are reaching your left foot behind you. We're going to do little pulses here now for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float the arm and leg down and we'll change sides. Left arm and right leg. Lift the arm and the leg up. Good. Reaching out through the fingertips on the left, the toes on the right. Engage your core. Wrap your waist in tight. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Float the arm and leg down. We're going to come back to the other side. Right arm and left leg out to the end of the mat. Lift the arm and the leg up. So make sure your hamstrings and your glutes are connecting on your left. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float the arm and leg down. Last one, other side. Left arm and right leg out to the end of the mat. Lift the arm and the leg up. Pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float the arm and leg down. Quick stretch here. Sit back into a child's pose. Fingertips reach forward. Sitting bones reach towards your heels. Good. Then coming back onto the hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. So just checking again that your knees haven't ended up a little closer together. You want them directly under your hips, so hip distance apart. Tuck your toes underneath. Start to put a little bit of pressure through the balls of the feet, and you're going to hover your knees just off the mat. So you want to be pressing the palms of the hands, all 10 fingers into the mat. You want to stay wide and open across your shoulders. Keep your belly drawing into your spine and wrap your waist in nice and tight. Make sure here that your sitting bones are wide and they're almost pressing out behind you. Hold that here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. Sit back into a child's pose again for a breath. Good. And then from here we're going to come to lying down on our stomach. So just with your hands stacked on top of each other, your forehead resting down, we're going to start to lift through the upper body. So you can leave your forearms on the mat if you choose, or your arms can come with your head and your chest. Take an inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, lift that upper body. Shine your heart forward. And then lower the head, neck and shoulders down. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up. Think more about the length here than the height. And lower yourself back down. Keep an orange between your chin and your chest as you lift through the upper body and lower yourself back down. 2 more, lift and lower. Last one, lift up and lower back down. Now you want to keep your belly button drawing into your spine here. We're now going to add the legs in as well. So we're going to lift through the legs. Take a breath in. On the breath out, legs lift, upper body lifts. We're still lengthening out through the crown of the head and lower back down. And again, inhale, exhale, lift and lower back down. Good. Lift up and lower. 2 more, lift, belly stays drawing up away from the t-shirt and lower. Last one, lift up. Good. And lower back down. Again here, just press up onto your knees. Sit back into a child's pose for a stretch. Good. And then we're going to swing our legs through and come to lying down on your back. What you want to do first though is we're going to make a circle. So I want you to tie your band so that you've got a circle about so big. So just a little knot there. And then tie that off, either in a bow or a knot. And then you're going to place your legs on the inside of the band. Pop the band just above the knee joint, still with your feet hip distance apart now. You're going to roll yourself back down to the mat. So feet hip distance apart, back of the pelvis is melting into the mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to tilt the pelvis, peel the spine up, one vertebra at a time. So we're up to just between the shoulder blades. Let's just do a couple of basic bridges first. Inhale here. Exhale, lengthen one vertebra at a time, back down to the mat. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, peel the spine up. Press your feet into the mat. You should have even balance through the balls and heels of the feet. Press the feet into the mat, press those hips up a little higher, but keep your belly button drawing into your spine. Inhale here. Exhale, lengthen back down. Create more space between each vertebra as you lower the spine back down. Let's do 3 more like that. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, peel the spine up. Good. Lengthen out through the kneecaps. Knit your bottom ribs together. Press those hips up. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen the spine back down. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, peel the spine up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lengthening the spine back down. And last one. Inhale. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, peel the spine up. This time we're going to hold this one here. So make sure again your feet press into the mat. If you want an extra challenge here, you can float your arms an inch off the mat. And then from here, we're going to press out into the band and release. So with the breath, exhale, press into the band through the knees. Inhale, release. Exhale, press out. Inhale, release. So keep the feet pressing into the mat. Keep those hips pressing up towards the ceiling. Press out and release. Is your belly still engaged? Tie your belly into your spine. Press out and release. Let's do 4 more. Press out and release. Last 3. Good. 2 more. Press out and release. Last one. Press into the band. Release. And then you're going to peel your spine back down to the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Just bring your knees into your chest for a little bit of a stretch here. Good. Then bring the feet back down to the mat. And we're going to do that once more. Take an inhale. Exhale. Tilt the pelvis. Peel the spine up. Good. Arms are either slightly lifted or down on the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale. Press out. Inhale. Release. Exhale. Press. Inhale. Release. Good. Press out and release. Last 3. Good. 2 more. Good. And last one. Press out and release. Then you're going to peel the spine down 1 vertebra at a time. Good. Take your legs out of the band. Just undo that knot or that bow tie that you had in there. Good. And then you're going to take the band and have the band hip distance apart, shoulder distance apart. So knuckles towards the ceiling. Shoulder distance apart. Again, we're going to keep the wrists nice and straight. We're going to start to curl up now through the head, neck and shoulders. You want to start by making sure your belly is drawing in. The back of the pelvis is melted into the mat. You've got that small arch through your lower back. Take an inhale. As you exhale, curl up through the head, neck and shoulders. Draw the belly button in. Stretch the band out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the head, neck and shoulders down. And again, take an inhale, exhale, curling up. Draw the belly in, stretch the band out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the head, neck and shoulders down. Float your right leg into tabletop. Bring your left leg up to meet your right. So making sure here that your knees are directly over your hips, shins are parallel to the floor. For a little more connection, you can squeeze the inside of the thighs together. Take an inhale, exhale, curl up, reach the band over the knees, stretch it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the head, neck and shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, curling up, belly draws in, band stretches for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the head, neck and shoulders down. You can bring your knees into your chest. Take a quick breath here. Good, bring the feet back down to the mat. We're now going to add rotation in through the spine. So take an inhale. On the exhale, curl up to the left, making sure here that your right hip hasn't lifted off the mat. Curling up to the left. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to come through the center to the other side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. Lower the head, neck and shoulders down. Inhale again. Exhale. Curl up to the left. Band stretches for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come through the center to the other side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. Lower the head, neck and shoulders down. We bring our legs into tabletop now, so float one leg at a time up into tabletop. We start by coming up to the left, curling up, stretching the band. 5, 4, keeping the wrists straight. 2, 1, come through the center, other side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come back to the center. Lower the head, neck and shoulders down. Last one here. Take a breath in. Breath out. Curl up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Through the center. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. Lower the head, neck and shoulders down. Bring your knees into your chest. Release through your abdominals. Good. Then you're going to take your left foot, place your left foot in the band. Bring your right leg down on the mat. So we're just going to do some small circles here. So I want you to find a position, have your leg quite heavy in the band. So you want to make sure that there's no tension through the front of the thigh or through the hips. Leg is quite heavy in the band, so you can hold the band with 1 or 2 hands. And then from here, keeping that leg heavy in the band, just doing little circles. Small circles about the size of dinner plates. Staying relaxed through the head, neck and shoulders. And then reverse the circles and come back the other way. So making sure that you're trying to keep the circles smooth. You might find one way harder than the other. Keep your belly engaged, so still keep that bit of stability through your center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then just come into a quick hamstring stretch here. So pull that leg towards you, pull the band towards you, stretching out through that hamstring. Good, and then we're going to change sides. So right foot into the band, left leg down on the mat. So we start by finding that position where the leg is quite heavy in the band. You can be holding onto the band with both hands if you choose. Leg is heavy, engaging through your center, and then just small circles here. Like I said, about the size of dinner plates. Small circles, keeping that leg heavy in the band. And that little bit of engagement through your core. So maybe think about the sides of the waist wrapping in tight. And then reverse the circles, come back the other way. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're just coming into a hamstring stretch. So pulling that left leg towards you now. Getting that stretch down the back of the leg. For an extra stretch here with the hamstrings, you can always flex your foot more if you need it, which I don't. Flex your foot more, press your heel up into the ceiling. I can feel that right the way down the back of my leg. Holding that stretch here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bend that knee in. Just take your foot out of your band. And then from here, we're going to come into another exercise, more for our hips here. So I want you to have both knees hugging in towards the chest. One hand on each knee. Draw your belly button into your spine. And then we're going to curl up through the head, neck and shoulders. So keeping that belly drawing in. And I want you to find pressure between the knees and the hands. So press the knees into the hands back into the knees. Find that connection through your arms into your core. Send your left leg away. Keep hugging your right knee into your chest. And then you're going to switch sides. So the leg that you're sending away wants to be nice and strong. Reach that one leg away as you hug that other knee in. Think about finding that extra stability through your core. It's very easy to let go of your abdominals as you switch legs. So I want you to keep that focus on your belly, staying drawing in. Good. You've got 2 more on each side. Good. Last one. That's it. Hug the knees into the chest and lower the head, neck and shoulders down. Good. Then from here, just place your hands behind your thighs. Press into your thighs so you come up to a seated position. And then you're going to take your band again. So you can actually do this exercise without the band, but because we've got the band, we might as well work with it today. So you're going to open the band up. Make sure you open it up, otherwise it may have a tendency to roll off your feet. So open the band up, keeping your legs out long. And we're going to roll down through the spine. So we start really lifting out of that lower back, reaching the crown of the head to the ceiling. Take a breath in at the top. On the breath out, start to round your spine. Think about rolling off your sitting bones and rolling through the back of the pelvis first, then through the lower back, the back of the rib cage, shoulders, finally your head comes down to the mat. Inhale at the bottom, exhale. We reverse it, the head lifts first. Look towards your belly button, then your shoulders, your ribs, your lower back, pelvis, and then rolling yourself all the way back up to seated. Long spine, inhale here, exhale, round the spine, tilt the pelvis and then roll down one vertebra at a time. And then you're going to roll yourself back up. So again, looking towards that belly button, rolling up, restacking nice and tall at the top. Inhale here, exhale, rolling down. Good, coming down as far as you can. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, look towards the belly button, roll yourself all the way up. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, roll down. So keep the shoulders soft as well, rolling down through the spine. Inhale here, exhale, roll yourself back up. And last one, inhale, exhale, rolling down through the spine. Good. Inhale here, exhale, roll yourself back up. Good. Then from here, come to lying down on your side. So you're going to take your band again, put a little knot in the band. This is the last knot we'll do, so we can leave it in there this time. You're going to place your legs in the band and then come to lying on your side. So just having your head resting down on the mat. You want to make sure here that your hips are stacked directly on top of each other. Your belly's still engaged even though you're on your side. Maybe even a slight lift through that waist. Now, one way to tell if your hips are stacked is if your knees are in line. So then from here, the band is just above the knee joint. We're just going to press up into that band and then lower back down. Press into that band and lower back down. So you're keeping the feet together, or the inner seam of the feet or the heels together. You're just pressing that top knee up into the band and lowering back down. So you want to still keep your sitting bones wide here. Keep those hips stacked. It's very easy here to let that hip shift, but you want to keep the hips stacked. Just allow that thigh bone to move inside the hip joint. Good. We're going to do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Massage out through the hips. Take your legs out for now. And have your legs out long. Hips are still stacked. Good. Then from here, you're going to lift your top leg a few inches off the bottom one. Now, keeping stability here through your center. Again, just small circles, about the size of dinner plates. Trying to keep the circles smooth. Now, to make this a little easier, you can bring your hand down in front. That will give you more stability. For a little more challenge, hand up to the hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse the circles and come back the other way. Good, so keeping that stability through your center, belly draws in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg down. Well done. Just massage out through your hips. And then we're going to come straight onto the other side. So you're going to place your legs back in the band. Come to lying down, or roll yourself over, or come to lying down on the other side. Good, your hips are stacked directly on top of each other. Knees are in line. Head resting down, belly drawing in, and then from here, just send that top knee towards the ceiling and lower back down. Lift and lower, so keeping the feet together, inner seam of the feet or the heels, just pressing into that band with that top knee. And remember, we're not shifting the hips at all. You're just allowing that thigh bone to rotate in the hip joint. So keep the pelvis and the hips stable, staying engaged through your center. Good, let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good, we're going to take the legs out of the band, bringing your legs out long, your hips stacked, lifting that top leg a few inches off the bottom one. Good, so then from here, keeping stability through your center, we're just going to start with our small circles. And remember, same as the other side, you can have your hand down for a bit more stability, or you can bring your hand to your hip. Engage through your core more. Keep those circles smooth, about the size of dinner plates. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to change directions and come back the other way. So again, engaging your center, wrap your waist in tight. Just that leg moves around in the hip joint. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower that leg down. Give it a little massage if you need it. And then from here, let's come straight to lying on your back. So a quick stretch here through the hips and the glutes. You're going to place your right ankle on your left knee. Now you can either hold that stretch there, gently press that knee away, or you can thread your arms through and pull your left leg towards you. So you can grab the shin here, you can grab the thigh, you can even press away your right knee with your right elbow. And then just noticing the difference here between pulling your left knee towards your left shoulder or the outside of your body. And then if you change that, you can change that stretch by pulling that knee towards the center of the body or maybe towards the right shoulder. Just work with whichever stretch suits your body best, noticing the difference in those stretches. Holding that here. You've got 10 seconds left here. Getting that nice stretch around the hips and the glutes on the right. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to change sides. So now your left ankle comes onto your right knee. You can hold that there, gently press that left knee away, or thread your arms through and pull your right leg towards you. So again here, you can add the extra by pushing that elbow into that knee. You can pull that right knee towards your right shoulder. Feel where that gets into that stretch. And then just notice the difference when you then pull the leg across towards your left shoulder. Good. Holding that stretch here, finding the stretch that works best for you. You've got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Just placing the hands behind the thighs, rolling yourself up into a seated position. Bringing your feet together, just a quick stretch here. Feet together, pressing those knees down towards the mat. And then coming over onto the hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and just coming through a couple of cat and cow stretches. So into a cat stretch, look towards your belly button, head and tailbone down, and then coming through the center, up into the other direction. Good, one more each way, head and tailbone down, look towards your belly button, hollowing out your belly, and then head and tailbone up, pressing the belly down, trying to keep the space between the ears and the shoulders. Good, come back to the center, tuck your toes underneath, walk your hands in towards your knees, Then press up onto the balls of the feet. Feel that slight stretch here through your Achilles. And then from here, send your heels down towards the mat and slowly roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Just coming back to the center of your mat, feet hip distance apart, and we're just going to finish with a couple of roll downs. So think back to how your body felt at the start of the class. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, nod the chin to the chest and then roll down one vertebra at a time. Soften the knees, hang off your hips, and just noticing whether maybe you're a little closer to the mat now. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly roll yourself back up, one vertebra at a time, till you're back up to standing. Take an inhale, exhale, chin to chest, roll down. Last one here. Soften the knees. Maybe you want to interlace the hands at the back of the legs. You might prefer to just hang off your hips. Take an inhale. As you exhale, reach the spine to the ceiling. Keep your belly engaged as you roll back up. One vertebra at a time till you're back up to standing. Just do 2 big shoulder rolls back and 2 big shoulder rolls forward. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much.